Hello, this is Sabika Syed and welcome to ThePrint Headlines. Union Home Minister Amit Shah addresses election rally in West Bengal, alleges that infiltration has increased to such an extent that West Bengal's existence is at stake. He accused the Mamata Banerjee government of reducing the state to lawlessness and urged voters to say goodbye to the current government. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee today accused the BJP of trying to impose president's rule in the state. Referring to the Malda incident where judicial officers were gherao, she said she was not informed and learned about it from journalists. Banerjee urged people not to resort to violence. She alleged that such incidents are part of a larger political strategy by the BJP. Supreme Court of India terms the gherao of 7 judicial officers in West Bengal's Malda district as a calculated attempt to derail the electoral roll revision exercise. The officers were held hostage for over 9 hours while working on the SIR of electoral rolls. A bench led by Chief Justice of India Surya Kant said it had never seen such political polarization in the state. The court also called the state government's inaction highly deplorable and took suo motu cognizance. The Left Democratic Front in Kerala released its manifesto today for the upcoming assembly elections, promising to eradicate absolute poverty and increase welfare pensions to 3,000 rupees. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan unveiled a 60-point program with 950 proposals aimed at building a Nava Kerala. Key promises include Life Mission 2.0 to eliminate homelessness and job opportunities for youth through campus placements. The manifesto also proposes skill development initiatives and interest-free loans for entrepreneurs. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has criticized the proposed amendments to the FCRA, calling them a direct attack on minority institutions. He said the centre stepped back only due to opposition protests and the upcoming Kerala elections. Stalin warned that the government may bring the bill in a special session of parliament. He alleged the move targets Christian NGOs, churches, and other minority bodies. In Rajya Sabha today, Samajwadi Party MP Ramji Lal Suman raised the issue of the management of the Mahabodhi temple, demanding it be handed over to Buddhists. He expressed concern over financial management, noting the temple generates significant revenue. Calling it a site of international importance, he highlighted its status as the place where Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment. A PIL has been filed in the Madras High Court seeking restrictions on candidates contesting from scheduled caste reserved constituencies. The plea cites a Supreme Court ruling that SC status applies only to Hindus, Sikhs, and Buddhists. It urged authorities to strictly scrutinize nominations in Tamil Nadu's 44 reserved assembly seats. The petitioner also claimed that a large number of nominations have been filed by Christians. Bombay High Court rejects a plea by actor Anita Advani seeking legal recognition of her relationship with the late actor Rajesh Khanna as marriage. Justice Sharmila Deshmukh dismissed the first appeal filed by Advani, which challenged a 2017 order of a civil court in Dindoshi, Mumbai. The earlier court had rejected her suit on technical grounds. The High Court upheld that decision, refusing to recognize the relationship as being in the nature of marriage. Security forces in Manipur arrest 3 militants linked to different proscribed outfits in separate operations. The arrests were made in connection with extortion activities. Over 2,300 rounds of ammunition were also recovered from various locations. Police said the operations were carried out across multiple districts. India's defense exports reached a record 38,424 crore rupees in financial year 2025-26, marking a growth of over 62%. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said the surge reflects growing global trust in India's indigenous defense capabilities. He described it as an impressive defense exports success story. A probe has been ordered in the death of a tigress in the Dudhwa National Park buffer zone after she was hit by a train. Officials said the animal, aged around 5 to 6 years, was found near a railway track. A post-mortem revealed severe head injuries and internal bleeding as the cause of death. Authorities have launched an investigation following the incident. US President Donald Trump said American forces have nearly achieved their objectives in Iran but did not provide a clear timeline for ending the war. In a televised address, he claimed the US had destroyed Iran's Navy and Air Force and crippled its missile and nuclear programs. Trump said the military would finish the job very fast. He also asserted, "We have all the cards and they have none." Iran warns of broader and crushing retaliation in response to the recent US threats. A military spokesperson said US-Israeli strikes have been insignificant and based on incomplete intelligence. The warning comes amid escalating tensions in the ongoing conflict. Iran signaled it is prepared for further escalation if attacks continue. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian says his country harbors no enmity towards ordinary Americans in a letter addressed to the US public. He argued that portraying Iran as a threat is inconsistent with historical and present realities. Pezeshkian emphasized that Iranians distinguish between governments and people. He described this as a deeply rooted principle in Iranian culture. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the original objectives of the Iran war have been met and calls for de escalation. He noted that US Israeli strikes have degraded Iran's military capabilities. Albanese warned that prolonged conflict could severely impact the global economy. He said it is unclear what more remains to be achieved. United States lifts sanctions on Venezuela's acting president Delcy Rodríguez, signaling recognition of her authority. The move follows the capture of former leader Nicolas Maduro earlier this year. The decision was announced through the US Treasury's sanctions list update. It marks a shift in Washington's stance towards Venezuela's leadership. NASA's Artemis 2 mission successfully reaches orbit, marking a major milestone in space exploration. The 4 astronauts will circle Earth before heading towards the moon. It is the first crewed lunar mission in over 50 years. The mission features the most diverse crew ever sent on a lunar journey. Italian lawmakers propose a bill to tackle social media addiction by increasing platform accountability. The proposal would require companies to stop profiling users by default and ensure transparency in algorithms. It comes amid growing scrutiny of tech firms in Europe. The move follows a US ruling that found major platforms negligent in protecting young users. A painting by Raja Ravi Verma, Yashoda and Krishna, sets a new record for Indian art after being sold for 167.2 crore rupees at a saffron art auction. The artwork, painted in the 1890s, depicts a tender moment between Yashoda and infant Krishna. It was acquired by Cyrus S. Poonawalla, surpassing the previous record held by M.F. Hussein's Gram Yatra. Actor Rajkumar Rao begins shooting for Dada, a biopic on cricketer Saurav Ganguly. The film is directed by Vikramaditya Motwani and produced by Love Films. The makers announced the project with a clapperboard image on social media. The film traces the life and career of the former Indian captain. That's all we have for you today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest.